so much for joining us today for Studio 512. Austin Allies is a local volunteer organization that works with families to serve families right here in Central Texas. Erica Nallen and Marjorie Grogan are here to tell us more about it. Y'all, good morning.
Good morning, and thanks for having us.
Good morning.
All right, we're starting with you, Erica. Tell us about Austin Allies and how y'all got started.
Sure. So I started Austin Allies about 10 years ago with 2 other moms, and we were just looking for ways to get our own kids involved in volunteering and serving the community and kind of like growing that empathy muscle a little bit, thinking a little bit more about, you know, other people and how they live and how something that we might do might make their life a little bit easier. So we started with just a couple of in-person activities. We made some cards for families at SAFE. We collected books for Book Spring, and then it just kind of snowballed and got bigger and bigger, and more families wanted to be a part of it. We became a 501c3 nonprofit. We have offices, we have staff now, and so we are working with lots and lots of different nonprofits around Austin and finding ways that kids and families can get involved in the community.
You continue to grow every year.
Every year we get bigger and bigger. Yeah,
Tell
more
me
families, more nonprofits.
I would like to hear why you wanted, so dedicated to making sure that your kids knew how to give back.
That's a good question. I think it's important for all kids to kind of get out of their own bubble and just kind of think about how other people are living and how what they do impacts other people and how they can make things.
Because it's pretty me when you're little.
It is. It's very, and I was noticing that with my own kids, and I really wanted them to kind of be a little bit more thoughtful about their actions and how they affected other people and how they might be able to help other people. And so it started out really personal, with just wanting my own kiddos to go volunteer, and I volunteered a little bit as a kid, and I wanted them to know it's a good feeling. It feels nice to know you're helping people. It's fun to go do it with other volunteers who are helping people. And so I just wanted them to experience that and hope that they would become lifelong volunteers.
And little did you know you would create all these families who started giving back, which is incredible. So Marjorie, talk to me about the services that y'all offer now.
Sure. We offer different volunteer activities. So we do in-person activities. We do at-home activities where we send materials home with families so that they can do projects at home and bring them back to us so that we can deliver them to nonprofits. We have what we call a DIY activity where families can look at our website, pick an activity that they want to do on their own with their own materials at any time. They don't have to wait for a sign up for us. A lot of teens like that because they're trying to get volunteer hours for high school. What else?
We also have donation drives, I think
we do donation drives. Every month we try to do a donation drive, and they range from collecting mac and cheese to collecting gifts for seniors at Christmas time. And so it's a big variety that
sometimes it doesn't even have to be new things. It doesn't necessarily have to be something you have to purchase. So it can be cleaning out your bookshelf. And some place like Book Spring will take books, gently used books. So it can be just, you don't have to spend the money sometimes to do it also.
I think it's amazing that it's time that families can spend together and that there's not a huge hump to get going. It might just be the craft supplies you already have at the house.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's really cool. Okay, Erica, how big is the need? Boy, you guys have grown.
We've grown a lot. So in 10 years, we've gone from kind of a little neighborhood organization where it was just family that I knew. The Mom Network is prolific. We spread the word about how to get together and do things together. And now we have over, almost 2,000 families that follow our newsletter and sign up. We had 550 families volunteer with us last year, most of them multiple times. And we gave back, we wrote it down, 14,000 volunteer hours to the community and helped 50 nonprofits. And we have about 95 to 100 nonprofits that we kind of help regularly. And last year we did supported 50 of them with our volunteer activities.
Those numbers are big.
It's big, and it grows. This year was the biggest growth.
It's been our biggest.
I think it was a 40% growth in
It's going to be a brag at the end of 2022.
I know.
We hope so.
And you guys have some success stories from your time together, and they can be on both sides of the fence. So they can be the families helping and then the families that might be receiving.
Right. So one that sticks out is we had a man living at Foundation Communities who we would bake like a homemade meal and take it weekly to Foundation Communities. And he told them that it was probably the only home-cooked meal he's had in a long time. It reminded him of when his mom used to cook for him. So that one kind of,
pulls at your
Yeah.
heartstrings.
Yeah,
for
Do you
sure.
have one, Erica?
Sure. So we worked with another organization called Austin Recovery for people who were struggling with substance abuse, and we just made cards for them. And we had the kids make cards. They're like, "We believe in you. You can do it." And this one woman mentioned that she carried that card around with her, and when she was having a really hard day, she realized somebody in the community was rooting for her, and it kept her going.
Such
So,
a simple thing to say,
Yeah.
we wish you well, we're cheering you on.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it was so important to that
exactly.
woman.
We get a lot of stories like that, and I always like to talk about, like, there's no act too small that doesn't make a big difference.
Yeah, 100%. Okay. I do want to ask Marjorie how we can help support you.
Well, we always like more volunteers. So more volunteer families signing up with us. Right now, we get a ton each week, but we always like to see more. More nonprofits to work with, more nonprofits to support in Austin. So if there's a nonprofit that hasn't worked with us yet, we'd love to hear from them. We love family sponsorships. We do have some families that donate to us on a reoccurring monthly basis, and that really helps, especially with like project supplies and things like that. We have corporate sponsors. We've had one, Julie, for a long time, who supports us in a lot of different ways. We do a food drive with her every year, and it's always very successful. So family,
Lots
corporate
of ways to help.
sponsorships,
So
yeah,
we
and
are
then just
100%
donations.
donation led. That's how we, do all the projects that we do. So we definitely need that community support, whether
People
it's
giving
companies, families, individual donors.
Got
that helps us do all of these things.
You
what
guys
see
are
of
pretty
us.
big heroes to me. You are
Thank you.
amazing at what you do. Thank you so
Thank
much for your
you.
time.
Thanks for having us.
To see available activities and get full access to their site, sign up online at austinallies.org. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Ally Medical ER. Summer cookouts are a lot of fun, but they can also increase the risk of food poisoning. Dr. Jessica Best of Ally Medical ER has safety tips to share with us today. We always love having her in the studio. Dr. Best, what are some of the biggest mistakes people make when it comes to preparing food outdoors?
All right, so we definitely all like to barbecue our hamburgers, our hot dogs. Anytime you are going to eat something that started out raw, you definitely want to make sure to cook it properly. Usually it's an internal temperature, 165 degrees Fahrenheit, to kill off any of that bacteria that it may, have kind of gotten in that ground beef on the outside. Also make sure to, wash your hands when you're preparing food for yourself as well as other people. And of course, if you're sick, you may want to mask up if you may be coughing.
Good points. All right. Any simple safety food habits that people can do when they're doing a picnic or a cookout?
Yes. All right, so we know the Texas heat is on, and so you definitely want to make sure to keep anything that you're, preparing outside cool, especially those pasta salads, made with eggs, mayonnaise, things like that. Things that can harbor bacteria. You want to make sure to wash that produce very well. And again, the washing your hands and cooking meat properly.
Really good points, because people make cold salads, things like
That's right.
that, but they heat up just along with everything else.
That's right.
Yeah, okay, keep it on ice. I've been hearing about an increase in foodborne illness in Texas. This is a
Yes.
big deal right now. What should people know? Anything they can do?
Most foodborne illnesses are self-limited. You may find that you will have nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, maybe even fever, and maybe it lasts 24 to 48 hours. But if you are experiencing profuse vomiting, profuse diarrhea, where you're getting worried about dehydration, these high fevers, bloody diarrhea, you definitely are going to want to seek medical care and get tested. We can test stool at Ally Medical, and we can hopefully get you on the right medication depending on what you may have.
Not only that, you can help with the hydration portion as well, right?
That's right. We are able to give IV fluids, anti-nausea medicine, anti-diarrheals, whatever you may need.
Okay, and if there's one piece of advice you hope people remember before their next barbecue, what would it be?
All right, so just remember, if you're sick, maybe stay home. Wear that mask if you're coughing. Wash your hands, wash your produce, and cook that meat to the proper temperature.
Okay, Dr. Best, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ally Medical ER has 8 locations across the greater Austin area. Use online check-in at allymedical.com for added convenience. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Ally Medical ER. Welcome back. There's a new platform on the block started by a local female entrepreneur that helps you find your hobby, find your people. Alex Frankel Silverman is here to tell us about her business, Solaris. We're excited to have you, Alex. Good morning.
So much for having me.
Yeah, tell me about Solaris. This is your big dream. What's the idea here?
Yeah, so basically you have Uber for rides, you have Airbnb for stays, you have TaskRabbit for task, but there's no go-to place to find your hobby or interest, which is crazy that it's 2026 and it's so scattered. It takes forever to research.
And you know, you go back and forth and you try a little place out. Maybe you didn't like the vibe, you didn't like the people.
Yeah.
You have to go back to ground zero to try again.
Yeah, or you find a class that you really like and a studio that you like and they only offer that type of class.
Yeah.
And they don't offer like anything else. And so what's great is like we have creative arts, we have food and drink, we have fitness and wellness. So like you can find everything for group and for group privates.
And a big deal here, of course, is so many transplants in Austin. So a lot of people need to be introduced to to our city. Was that something you thought about when you were putting together this app?
Yes, my husband and I have moved like 7 times in like
Wow.
7 years. And so it's something that I always think about. It's like, it's hard to make friends as an adult. And, you know, we're getting to an age, so, at least I am, where it's like, I don't want to go out and go drinking all the time.
Me too, I'm there.
And it's like, I want to meet friends like in a natural way where I can meet them by doing some kind of hobby that I like or an interest, you know, mahjong or watercoloring. And so, yeah, I just felt like if I wanted this, probably a lot of other people did too.
I think you are filling a need. So let's talk about some of the activities that are available. You did just mention mahjong, so huge right now.
Yes.
And watercoloring, what a fun idea.
Yes, so I actually will be teaching both of these on Solaris.
No way.
Yes, so mahjong, I've already taught a couple mahjong classes on there. And so, yeah, we have watercoloring, we have tarot, we have pickleball, I mean, you name it, wine tasting, sushi making. Yeah, you can find anything on there.
I like that it's not just arts and crafts, because I'm going to say it tends to go more
Yes.
of the ladies,
Yes.
right? Because we're more like girls who are looking for friends, who are willing to do a quiet craft together. But the fact that you have pickleball as an option, these drink making classes, it's an opportunity for people to meet each other, maybe organically, which is so different.
Yes. And actually, it's so funny because we're finding that like guys want to be doing these things. They just don't know where to start. And so this kind of is like that gateway of like, no, it's not just arts and crafts. It's one of our guys is actually going to be doing a movie book club. So you watch a
Cool.
movie and then you talk about it like with other guys and like Fight Club and like other movies like that. And so, you know, this is like a way where, yeah, it's not just for women.
I like that. So who are you looking for to be the audience for this app? Is it people who are just new to the city, or is it people who are trying to reacquaint themselves maybe?
It's anybody. I mean, this is something where like if you're looking for a hobby, if you are curious to like try something new, you are our target audience, sorry.
No, absolutely. How do we get started with the app?
So I've always been into hobbies. Ever since a bad breakup, I got super into hobbies. I was like, I'm not going to be a boring person anymore. And I was waiting for something like this to happen because I put a lot of research into it. And then my husband and I were living in Mexico for 6 weeks, and I had Montezuma's Revenge.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes.
She wasn't feeling her best,
I was
everyone.
not feeling well at all. And it was about 4 a.m. and I had just quit my job in the music industry, and I was just trying to figure out like what I wanted to do next in life. And I was like, well, what do I love? Hobbies. What is a way that I can make money doing what I love? And this idea came to me with Montezuma's Revenge at 4 a.m.
I'm impressed that you were able to be that creative at that sort of time of day,
Thank you.
feeling like that.
I was a little delusional at the moment, and it worked out.
But it worked out, and it's launched in the last couple of weeks. So tell me about how that's gone so far.
It's gone really, really well. Better than I expected, which I'm like super excited about. We have had so much engagement, like so much positivity from the community. We've already had a bunch of events. We've had a few classes sell out. And so, yeah, the city's shown up.
Oh, I like to
Yeah.
hear that. And you are looking for people who can lead classes, right? Or people who
Yes.
just want to attend. So there are a couple of different groups of people you're looking for to join this platform.
Yes. So it's the same idea as kind of like Uber or Airbnb or something like TaskRabbit, like I mentioned earlier, where people can sign up to become a guide. And what's great is they don't just have to teach one thing. Like Mahjong, I don't have to just teach Mahjong. I can teach watercoloring as well, or pickleball. I can teach anything I'm good at, and I don't have to be necessarily an expert. Like we call our instructors guides, because they're just guiding you through something new.
Okay, sounds good to me. It sounds like a lot of fun. And just real quickly, you've
Yes.
got something coming up, Sunset Hobby Club, that's going to be happening real shortly.
Yes, on the 22nd at 6:30 p.m. in Zilker. Bring a hobby, bring a friend, bring a blanket, bring a beverage. Come join us and try something new.
You're going to meet some new friends as well. I think that's super awesome. We
Yes.
appreciate your time, Alex.
Thank you so much.
Search for hobbies, journeys, interests, a whole lot more at exploresolaris.com. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Central Texas Clinical Research. Dr. Cynthia Brinson is the medical director, principal investigator, and president of Central Texas Clinical Research, and she's here to talk to us about new studies for patients to consider. She always brings such interesting information. Dr. Brinson, yes, good to see you. How long has CTCR been conducting clinical trials here in Austin?
Well, we've been in business for 28 years.
That's a long time
That's
now.
a long time.
Can you give me an idea of the gamut of what you've covered in that amount of time?
Oh my gosh. We have covered a lot. All kinds of infectious diseases, vaccine trials, allergy trials, asthma trials, cardiac trials, cholesterol trials, hypertension. We've done lots of mainly adult trials, and we're always looking to do a trial that could benefit the patients.
Talk to me about the new studies you've got that are available for enrollment.
Well, then one of the new studies is a low back pain study, and it's very interesting. It's a good study. It is for people who are either on full dose NSAIDs or they're on opiate medications and they've reached the limit of what they can take, or they have side effects from one of those two or both, and they still need relief with their low back pain.
Yeah, and who would be a good patient to give you a call about this?
Well, somebody older than 18.
Okay.
And someone who can't tolerate NSAIDs, or NSAIDs like they upset their stomach, or they're on an opioid medicine, but they can't really increase their dose or anything because it makes them so constipated, or
they want to get off the opioid.
or they want to get off the opioids because they can't really function as well as they want.
Still on the realm of pain though, we're talking about migraines next. That's
Oh,
the
yes,
other sort of
yes.
study you have.
Yes, so the migraine study is a new migraine med, and as many people will know, they have come out with wonderful migraine meds now. A lot of preventative medications, a lot of new medications that work wonderful for people. This, you have to have migraines, 3 to 15 migraines a month, so you have to really have migraines that are interruptive of your day, etc. It's about a 70-week study, which is a long time, so you could really get to use the medication, have the relief, and see what we can do in the meantime to get you on something after the study. We aren't just doing these two, we have many other open trials.
Okay. It's amazing what you do, Dr. B. I
Oh, thank
appreciate
you.
you for your time.
Well,
Thank
I love
you.
it. Yeah, thank you.
Learn more at ctcrcorp.com. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Central Texas Clinical Research. Hey, welcome back. Are you traveling this summer? Raquel Greer-Gordian of Greer Image Consulting, so cute, is here to help us unpack some chic looks for just a full week away in just a carry-on piece of luggage, which is impossible for me to do, Raquel. So I'm really looking for some tips here today.
Yeah, well, and it's so much more convenient. You know what I mean? You don't have to wait for your luggage after you
don't
get off
have
the
to
airplane.
check the air tag. Did it arrive with me?
Yes. And you just want to be on vacation.
I
Yes.
like that a lot. Okay, statements and statement pieces. That's kind of your first point here.
Yes. So when you are packing for a trip, it's basically a mini version of what you have in your closet. So you want the mix of staples and statement pieces. The reason for that is because staples you're going to be able to go back to over and over again on the trip. And if you're just packing in a carry-on, you need those pieces that you can use over and over again. But you also want to feel really excited about what you're wearing on the trip. And so staples are going to come in because you need them across the board. And then the statement pieces are really going to make you excited about what you have on.
Okay, that's a good point. So talk to me about some staples that we might be looking to put into our luggage, just wherever we happen to be going.
Yes. So for that, definitely the denim shorts. So I was kind of doing, a beachy trip, something in the summer that, maybe you're walking around, maybe you're going to dinner, but then you have a little bit more casual occasions during the day, which generally tends to be how it goes on vacation. So denim shorts, this is going to be a go-to in the summertime. You could wear this to the beach. You could wear this when you're walking around town. And then of course, denim goes with everything. And so then we also have the wide leg jeans. So this is such a fun, I love the wide leg jeans because this is a fun retro little cut for summer. And again, the nice thing about denim too is it's not really going to wrinkle. So in a carry-on, you have to think about how many pieces you're going to pack and then how you're going to pack them. So
a good
both
point.
of these easy staples, and then we have a little bit dressier piece as well. So I have the slip skirt, but it is in black. So again, that's going to be a staple piece, but that's going to go with some of your more statement pieces over here as well. So you can kind of mix up some of these patterns, a graphic tee, but then you're still going to have these to lean on.
Okay, and I like the idea of there's air conditioning, or we went to Maine and it was colder than I thought it was going to be. So having both a pair of shorts and a pair of jeans to go along for the ride seems to make a lot of sense. Okay, talk to me about pieces that we would choose specifically.
Yes, so for packing, if you were going to have a bag that you were going to check, you can style everything by outfit. So choose a top, choose a pants, choose shoes. But if you're going to pack in a carry-on, you have to reuse all of these different pieces. So you're going to choose piece by piece. So this is going to go back to the statement and staples. So you're going to start with these, but don't think about the outfits overall. Wait till you choose everything that you're packing and then see how everything fits together. But when you go into your closet, you're just going to say, okay, denim shorts, next jeans, next skirt, next basic tee. So you're going to go by all those, and then in the end you will figure out how it fits together.
Gotcha. And you're kind of doing one by one, ticking off the most basic boxes of stuff you're going to wear, and then saying, okay, how does it all come together?
Yes, yes. So you're going to have the basics. Yeah, I would choose those first, and then some of these little bit more pattern pieces or bright colors, then you can add them in. But again, you're also thinking individually about the pieces.
Well, then accessorizing is a little bit easier because it doesn't take up so much space.
Yes.
We're talking about. That's a really good way to define each outfit without using up so much space in your luggage.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So accessories, and I just brought necklaces here because then you can really see them against what I have here. But yeah, accessories, exactly as you said, you can just throw them all in one Ziploc bag, and that gives you a lot of variety in the same way that those few statement pieces that you have will give you variety. The accessories, again, won't take up space, but putting that on a t-shirt versus a dress, layering the necklaces up, that's really going to give you interest in your outfit and really make you excited for the trip.
And how about the hat?
And the hat too, yes. Yeah. And I had this specifically because something that we've talked about here a lot is linking. So with a black skirt, you don't always want to throw on black just as kind of a band-aid piece. You want to link it to other black in what you're wearing. So in the hat, I have this little band on here. So a hat is a perfect accessory for the summertime. And then if you do have kind of a black basic on the bottom, if you incorporate there, if you incorporate, black in a necklace or something like that, you can tie that in.
Well, and it gets you away from having to mess too much with your your hair. Like,
Yes,
especially if this is
that
a
is
beach
true.
getaway, that is a really good point. Okay, so how about daytime versus nighttime?
Yes, so you also want to think about pieces. So you pull out everything, and then you want to really kind of open your mind up styling wise of how you could wear things in ways that you've maybe never worn them before. So typically, maybe in Austin, I may wear this, and then even, on the vacation, I might do this with the belt, with the boots, out to dinner. So the more dressier occasion on the first day, and then on the second day, I could always throw this over a bathing suit and make it into a cover-up. So you do the dressier thing and then the more casual on the second day. So it's really repurposing and kind of trying to think about things in a different way than you typically would at home. Same with a skirt like this. I might wear it out to dinner on the trip, but then the next day you could throw this on with a little t-shirt for a day look. So you have...
Throw a retro sneaker in there. You're in good-
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. And I want to just point out your choice of shoes, because 3 shoes is about all you can get on a carry-on.
Yes.
And I like the way that you've picked these 3. So talk to me about your thought process here.
Yeah, so you're always going to wear the heaviest shoes on the plane. And then if you wanted to have, also like probably the heavier item you might wear on the plane. So you might wear your jeans.
It's cold on the plane anyway.
Well, that is true, yes. So you would have those two as well, but this gives you a good variety. That's the main thing that you want. You want the day piece, you want the dressier, and then also, I wear boots in the summer because I'm totally a Texas girl, so I would bring those along too if I want to wear those in the evening as well with like a dress or something.
Any last minute tips? Just we're at the end of our time here.
Well, I would just say, have fun with it. Don't, the basics are there because you need to pack the things that are easy go-tos, but also think about what's going to make you really excited to be on your trip and pull
you're
those
gonna
pieces
take a lot
out.
of pictures there.
Yes.
So pick the things that you think are fun, and then you can make outfits out of them later. I like these ideas a lot, Raquel. Thank you.
Thanks, Rosie.
Appreciate it. Okay, DM Raquel on Instagram for more information on her client services at Raquel Greer Gordian, and check out her website, GreerImageConsulting.com, for more. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Joyfully Grown Cherries and Lifeway Kefir.
Hi, yes, and thank you so much for having me back. I've got a table full of nutritious and delicious summer entertaining tips for you. First, cherries. They're the flavor of summer, and they represent all of the best moments at the center of picnics, bringing them poolside, oceanside, or as snacks for road trips. I call a bowl full of cherries people magnets because they just draw people in with their deep color and their bursting juicy flavor. And when you pick up a bag of joyfully grown cherries, you can be sure that every single cherry was handpicked with a green stem showing how fresh it is, juicy, crisp, and sweet, with a rich flavor that only cherries can give. Nutritionally, they are rich in fiber and potassium, making them smart fuel for your summer, and are a powerful source of antioxidants, so they help give you that summer glow. My favorite part of cherries is how versatile they are. This cherry tart is a simple, rustic dessert with just 4 easy ingredients. Fresh cherries bake up in a flaky, buttery crust, top with some whipped cream, and you have an elegant, simple summer dessert. Then these gluten-free cherry cheesecake cookies have a graham cracker in the cookie itself, a swirl of cream cheese frosting, and tons of homemade cherry jam. It is the perfect bite of summer. Hey, cherries are going to elevate whatever you add them to, whether it's a fruit salad, a frozen treat, or a nutrition-packed snack that will help you feel fuller longer. And joyfully grown cherries are grown in central Washington from 3rd and 4th generation farmers who love their land, love their fruit, and are passionate about the legacy they leave behind. And when you get your bag, make sure to scan that QR code to learn more about the care that goes into each little cherry as it travels from tree to table. Head to Joyfully Grown Cherries, pick up an extra bag, and freeze them. Don't forget. And summer 2026 means counting cultures, not calories, because I like to say great health starts in your gut. So I'm so excited to bring you a brand new product from the brand that's been loving our guts for years, Lifeway Kefir. Remember, they are the probiotic powerhouse filled with nutrients you need for everyday life. And now they bring us Lifeway Butter. It's an exciting new product. hitting shelves at Target. And here's what makes it so special. Lifeway butter is European style. Now that means slow churned with rich cream and Lifeway's signature fermentation expertise. So the butter not only is smooth and creamy, but it brings billions of live and active probiotics to the table. Its elevated flavor is perfect for doing a trendy butter board for backyard entertaining. Just smooth butter squares and then add your favorite flavorful toppings. I love to do a savory one with Greek toppings and then one with peaches, hot honey, basil, and pistachios. And finally, everyone's favorite, a cherry croissant topping with sliced almonds, lemon zest, and raw sparkling sugar. Serve with slices of toasted sourdough, and you have a delicious summer board with lots of variety that everyone will love. You can find Lifeway Kefir butter exclusively at Target, and hurry to grab some now because it's flying off the shelves. Head to lifewaykefir.com for more.
The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Joyfully Grown Cherries and Lifeway Kefir. Welcome back, everybody. This is a new one for me. Austin-based drink company Wild Blood has been showcasing their coconut water for over a year now. They're joining us today with some easy recipes to beat the summer heat. CEO Taylor Ellison and VP of Marketing and Creative Meredith Hearn are here with more. Guys, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Lovely to have you both in. And Taylor, we're starting with you. Why did we start Wild Blood? This came from an actual experience that you had, and you said, I'm going to do something about this.
Yeah, sure. So Wild Blood is coconut water from a specific region in Vietnam. We were out at a music venue here in Austin sing a show, and I don't drink a lot anymore. A lot of our friends don't. And I really just wanted something natural, good for you, not a lot of preservatives or additives, anything like that. And I couldn't get a coconut water. And all of my friends were like, man, I would really drink a coconut water right now. So we woke up the next morning and we're like, clearly there's a demand to make coconut water available in spots like this. So we created a brand that's kind of got some alternative branding. We can sell into music venues, nightlife, and make this product available there.
It reminds me of like Death Juice or like whatever it is that's like actually just water in a can.
Yeah.
It reminds you of like, I can look cool. It's kind of like a hazy IPA looking can, that sort of thing. People don't necessarily clock it as you're just drinking coconut water.
Yeah,
and there's something to that.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea is we're big metal music fans, kind of fantasy nerds, so we created branding that's true to who we are. And like I said, we wanted to make it available in spots you can't normally get coconut water.
So you offer both sparkling and still. And I just want to know a little bit more about coconut water because, for example, here in Austin, I think it's a great idea. Electrolytes, people.
Yeah.
Yeah, just talk to me about the benefits of coconut water.
Yeah,
if
it's
you don't
great for you.
mind.
It's like I said, it's all natural. It's great for hydration. It has electrolytes. One thing people don't realize about coconut water is that coconuts are kind of like wine grapes. The flavor is very dependent on exactly where you get the coconuts from. So we source only from one very specific region in Vietnam, and that's why we have a very specific flavor.
And it has more of a sweet flavor to it,
Yes,
is that right?
it's sweeter. The tropical climates, as opposed to something like Brazil, it's not year-round tropical. You get a sweeter flavor as opposed to a bit more bland when you source it from those locations.
Okay, I didn't know this. I love this about Studio 512. You learn something every single day. So get them from Vietnam and they're going to be sweeter coconuts.
You got it, yeah.
Sweeter coconut water. Okay, very cool. All right, Meredith, let's talk about, where you guys typically pop up and how people can get a hold of your product.
Yeah, we do a lot of fitness-related events. Obviously, it's great for hydration, but also music. So, and anything music-related or festivals, we do yoga things and CrossFit things. We've even done some support for like breastfeeding because it's great for new mothers.
Hey, I didn't know that.
Yeah. If you're breastfeeding, coconut water is a great drink for you. But other than that, we're in over 350 stores nationwide, a lot here in Austin. And if you want to find us, you can use our store locator on our website to find our different locations.
Well, hang on. So you've only been out a year and you're already in 350 stores. That has to feel really good.
I think we're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I think we are. It helps that it's a really good product.
Yeah.
It's great when we have people try it in front of us and they literally go, like they're surprised. They're surprised how good it is. So I think that's what we got going for us.
Well, and it goes back to what Taylor was saying. There is a niche here. There was clearly a market for what you guys were wanting to create.
Yeah,
which is
not
really
only
cool.
is coconut water becoming more popular, but a lot more people are looking for non-alcoholic alternatives. Other than that, it's actually a great mixer for not just alcohol drinks, but for matcha, which is what I got here. And
Yeah,
coffee,
what
and
did
I'll
you
tell
bring me
about it.
today?
So
Yeah.
this is an iced matcha latte. It's super easy to make. I like to use about 5 ounces of our coconut water.
Okay.
You can try it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna do a
there's-
little taste test.
Yeah, there's 5 ounces of coconut water mixed with the matcha.
yeah.
And then I add a little cinnamon, a little vanilla, and top it with milk.
It makes it so light. Like it's really.
There's no added like honey, sugar, anything. All you have to put in there is the coconut water.
That is super
which is a great way to
refreshing.
start your day versus like adding a ton of sugar and stuff.
Yeah,
you know, in
okay,
your
my
drink.
super sugary coffee that you're talking about. That's okay. That's okay.
Hey, you know what? Whatever you like.
But the coconut water, I think a good point is that it can be used as a mixer in case you are drinking an alcoholic beverage.
Yeah, or even in the morning you get to hydrate while you're dehydrating with coffee.
You know what? Smart, smart, smart. Okay, and then you've got a cocktail of sorts to show me.
Yeah, this is one of my personal favorites. This is a spicy watermelon marg. So there's tequila, coconut water, jalapeno, and watermelon juice with a little lime.
A little tahini
And a little
on the rim.
tahini on the rim.
Oh yeah. In each instance here, it has really lightened each drink up in a way that I haven't thought of before.
Yeah,
Like,
I almost like don't notice the coconut in it. It just feels refreshing. I
Yeah,
don't know.
refreshing and
Yeah.
sweet. Yeah.
and
that's
what do
what
you
the
say to
sparkling.
people who like are kind of still on the outs as far as coconut water goes?
You know, it's really interesting because our sparkling coconut water, people that are typically not coconut water fans, they steer towards that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Gravitate
So
towards
we're
it.
turning people.
Hey, I like that. And with your cool like little like marketing, I think it's a way to pull people into the fantasy. Get into the coconut water. Why not? It's kind of fun.
Yeah, that was part of the branding. We wanted to get people curious and pull
Yeah.
people in.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, Taylor, last question. How can people keep up with you?
Our website, wildblood.com. We're on social media at DrinkWildBlood.
And I'm guessing 350 stores is going to change pretty soon.
Yeah,
You're going to
it's
get bigger, aren't
Definitely
you?
going up. Yeah.
Well, I'm proud of you guys, and I love that it's a local Austin staple. So congratulations on everything there.
you.
Thanks so
I can't wait
much.
to see what comes next. We appreciate it.
Wonderful. Yeah, thanks.
Okay, for more information on Wild Blood and their good coconut water, be it both still or sparkling, visit wildblood.com. Content segments during Studio 512 were paid for by Ally Medical ER, Central Texas Clinical Research, and Joyfully Grown Cherries and Lifeway Kefir.